one of the picks that he's pretty happy on, but we'll see where he's going to go towards, because of course this is Chovy Zari. It's a very scary thing to face off against. 4 seconds, and there is the Taliyah. I don't think that Zeker has lost a game on this champion yet. As having a look, he lost his first game in their last series. A few veterans here, a few world champions on this side as well. Let's jump onto the rift here for game number 1 between GenG and Hanwha Esports. As Peanut going to walk towards this ward and get knocked up. Zeker throws a bunch of rocks at him, and yeah, Peanut's gonna have to lick his wounds a little here. As see, Kingen made it out. He came out of the brush.
Hanwha isn't aware yet that the red buff was taken, but we'll find out shortly.
Attention's going to be going down there as, yeah, Life is getting very aggressive. Delight already burning. A few more autos will do it as Life is in trouble. The polymorph timing just too good. And Life oversteps his bounds.
And ideally, want to try and use this Herald for an aggressive play early on as...
Ooh. Arctic Assault goes completely wide, but Permafrost is going to be there, holds on to the Warrior Trickster as Life interrupts Chovy, but he's going to be interrupted himself, and now he gets the quickness off, but will the Ignite be enough? Paze gets into the backline, Clid's in trouble, he's flashing, and Viper, yeah, he's going to give up on this one. There is no hope. And now Paze is flashing forward. Featherstorm is going to come down.
Yes, cleanse.
Does he have the Blade Caller available? The answer is yes, but there is the cleanse that you were talking about, and Paze just skates his way in. That is the kill onto Viper as well, as Kingen's fighting Doran towards the top side, and I don't think it matters all that much.
Nope. Kingen, if he gets a kill, it'd be big. This is exactly what you can't do against Zeri, is these type of messy, scrappy fights where you don't have the cooldowns to deal with it.
Yeah, and we've had these Zeri moments quite often, as just knows that he has cleanse, so just has to wait for the feathers, and there it is. Really beautifully played there by Paze.
Tell us.
Yeah, do a PhD. As Weaver's Wall going to come through here, Zeker's going to pay a visit towards the top lane, and that is a really dead Cassante. Kingen locking down the first kill for Hanwha Esports here.
Like, stronger than your opponent. I think defensive items actually gain a ton of value. As Paze?
Yeah, he's just walking at them. Chovy, he's ulted as well, as Glacial Prison going to be used defensively, and Chovy is going to interrupt the teleport. Zeker, not a whole lot he can do here. Seismic Shove going to be thrown down, but they give the kill over to Paze. That is a killing spree for the Zeri. Like, look at all the turrets.
Standing goal.
The turrets that are there for the taking. Chronicler, as Life is going to get charmed. Chovy very charming, and that is going to kill the Rakan.
It had to be Life or Clid, right? Like, they need to go in, they need to keep checking. They can't really afford not to take that risk. And now, looks like the Baron is just going to get taken here. Doran also should be able to get Clid out of here.
No. Prison does come down, and GenG are going for the turn. There's the flash away, but the Cyclone's going to be enough. Kingen goes golden, but he will be going towards the Death Chamber immediately afterwards. Actually, a really, really cute use of the Counter-Strike, but that is only going to delay the inevitable, as Viper's like, nah, I'm not into team fighting, guys. It's not the life I lead. I do not want to do that, as Paze is underneath inhibitor turrets, just
still
fighting them. Yeah, he is. That is another kill. That's the triple for the Zeri. Viper's going to get an inner turret. Congratulations, brother. And now GenG going to move back towards the Baron.
Added to the fact that the disengage from Hanwha is quite good with the Taliyah and the Xayah, and I think that this is one of those moments where GenG, you're just going to have to pull the trigger. Going to have to force a fight. You're tanking all that. You can fight him.
Well,
it's fine.
Here is the fight that they're forcing. It is onto Zeker. The chain of CC was just gorgeous there. With the help of the charm, as Viper going to walk out of the way of one of those himself. Kingen getting the information that his base is falling apart as Chovy's just dashing around, doesn't have Spirit Rush anymore. But these Nexus turrets in trouble, a teleport just to make sure that the minions stay alive, as a charm is going to connect onto Kingen here. Glacial Prison goes entirely wide, and that Blade Caller did minuscule damage. Paze takes it as an opportunity to press the ult button, but Viper is going to clean him up. It does not matter whatsoever though, and that 1,000 gold he'll have to find a way to use in game number 2, I believe, because GenG are going to wipe out the Nexus, and this game, an absolute statement from our second place team here in the LCK. Really impressive stuff, as they will finally take this one down. The most important 50 gold goes to Peanut. Paze doing so much damage here, and as we can see in the gold graph, it was just elementary. You can see that little bump.
That's
okay.
Okay. Oh. Well, GenG are going to try to do exactly the same thing as they did in the previous game. Look at that top side. If scaling bot lane, of course, in the last game, the scaling bot lane got ahead, so everything was chaos. But Vi Lissandra,
Is it going to happen?
I can see it. I'm a believer. I think GenG is going to make the 2-zip.
Well, let's see whether it works as we hop onto the Rift here for game number 2. Going to have to deal with Chovy yelling at him and throwing ice around. That is what the Lissandra does, especially here in Korea.
Well,
like, why would you do it?
It doesn't need to get you anything.
Doran is in trouble. Kingen gonna flash and not actually pick up first blood against the Cassante, and now both of these top laners don't have flash. A teleport is going to bring Doran back here, and he won't have control of the wave. That is the big positive here for Kingen on the Gnar. But for both junglers, these top lanes have started to look a lot more interesting. Well, Clid is going to be in the area. Wasn't able to get level 6 or anything like that as Chovy moves on in. He's got Frozen Tomb, and this is just, like, what do you do against this, right? Like, Chovy can dive so easily. And Kingen's like, I'm getting out of here. I'm done. I don't want anything. I don't want any part of this. He gets the flash, but that is going to be it. He gets lit on fire as well as he's trying to kite it out, but it's not going to work. And first blood goes to Chovy on the Lissandra.
Yeah, it would have been incredible. Not going to be the case here, but now Zeka doesn't have flash. And you remember the counterplay, right?
Yeah.
For Kingen? Let's see if they can do it again.
Well, he's going to have to put up a house to hang out in as the exhaust comes through. They are hanging out underneath this turret as Chovy going to go golden and keep himself alive as they needed to keep tanking it. Really nicely done there. Juggling the aggro.
But I think that lead is going to keep growing, Atlas.
We'll see whether it will, as this is a good start. They will take first turret here towards this top side, stretching it to about 3,000. Next Rift Herald going to be up in 45 seconds time, as well as GenG move pays towards this mid lane. And Clid, cycloning Doran here and clearing out a minion wave. Life will turn up. Now Doran, how many dashes do you have? Quite a few. Let's see how your surfing is, and he doesn't actually have to. That is Clid grabbing the first kill here for Hanwha Esports. They'll need a bit more than that, but it's a good start. Well, that is Zeka in a bit of trouble here. He puts down the cage, but who's trapped in where with whom? And I think it's him being trapped there with Peanut and Chovy. They'll lock down yet another kill.
Oh my god, they're not even going to use it on mid.
Yeah, Peanut's going to say, yes, I will allow you to play the game. Play the game into this. As, yeah, I don't think he's got enough Dark Matter. As Peanut's tanking the turret, still looks like he's going to be fine because the turret is just already dead. The wave going to come through. Zeka will survive, but it's already enough. As Clid throws down the Cyclone just to try and keep this out of turret up, and he will be able to succeed in that. That is another cooldown used very defensively on Hanwha's side. And
as mentioned, 2 items right now, 2 stacks as well. Oh no.
Well, I don't know whether Kingen is surviving this one. Does throw the Vi around, but there's a cease and desist, and yeah, Chovy will still be able to lock down the kill. This ganking duo, we were talking about the Ahri, right? And Hanwha Esports, they were scared of the Ahri, but they haven't let up whatsoever. We're going to need some heroics from these Hanwha Esports players. Find themselves back into this.
I'm expecting a really hard, even if they don't get the Drake, like GenG should hard force a fight here. Chovy has TP as well, although there isn't a great flank setup besides that bot side ward. Because look at the items, right? Quick Blades done here for Pays. 2 items done for Chovy. 2 items done for Peanut. 2 items done for Doran. They're incredibly strong right now. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them try and take advantage.
And he's going to flash. The Frozen Tomb already down, but it's a mini-Gnar. He's not going to be able to do anything about this. Doran's gone all out as the wave is going to go by majestically, but not do anything. As Doran's still dashing forward. Don't know about that one. That's going to be Zeka locking down the kill. Double knock up into the backline, but it's a split fight. And already, Pays has taken down the Nami. Viper is exhausted. And Zeka and Viper can now do nothing about the onslaught of GenG. This is exactly what you were asking for, Chronicler, and GenG will be rewarded.
Out of sight for even a second. It was that flank ward that we were talking about what actually ends up getting them the kill here. And yeah, Peanut goes in very deep.
Yeah, that's a grand entrance, the Vault Breaker, and a very dead Veigar. Chovy not even there because he's taking down this outer turret on the bottom side. And man, 4 turrets now. They are wiping this map out.
This is a clinic.
It is.
Oh no.
Sometimes life comes at you fast, and other times life is in the river, wandering towards a Baron pit.
No, you come fast at life.
Oh, yeah, well, that definitely was what happened.
He's very dead.
Yes. Doran is on the bottom side of the map. Not exactly the fastest split pusher, but Demolish is going to help him out there. And GenG going to start off the Baron. TP in hand for the K'Sante. And I don't know whether they can get past Chovy.
There's bounties on the map.
Yeah. No, this is very much in shellacking territory. Baron is going to be consumed, and GenG, they can choose a lane. Bottom lane is prepped. Kingin, once again, overextended because this is a long walk. There it is. Frozen Tomb going to be used. The Gnar is going to be interrupted. And he is going to be able to crush, but he's still dead. Pays picks up the kill onto the Gnar. Viper looking for an outer turret in the mid lane in exchange.
I don't think it's happening, right?
No.
Like, Lissandra is too fed. They have the pick potential. They have full map control. There's not that much that you can do here unless GenG make major mistakes.
Whoa! I was pretty scared. As okay, there is cease and desist and another ulti from Chovy.
Yeah.
Yes, Event Horizon comes in. Cool. And the inner turret is going to go down.
You know what this is?
Doran was dealing with earlier on. What is this?
This is actually a GenG callback to the first series they played against T1 at the start of the LCK. Because you know what happened to Pays that game? What Chovy is doing right now to everyone else.
That is actually true. It was game 2, right?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It was not close. And neither is this game.
That was one of the most impressive Lissandra games that I have seen. Chovy doing a decent job himself as the Everfrost is going to come forward. He gets exhausted and does go golden. Event Horizon is going to be there, so they might actually be able to get the kill. So they do. And as we were praising him, he does immediately go down. That makes it our fault, not Chovy's fault.
That one's on me. I cursed it. I'm sorry.
Yes. Knowing that, you know, you're going to have the battle scene that lasts for about 3 hours coming up immediately after.
I gotta say, I actually like the Battle of Helm's Deep more.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess, you know, it was orchestrated well as Doran's going to get knocked up into the sky and taken out. So Zeka able to get a kill back for Hanwha Life Esports. Chovy's made that play before, not going to follow the claw this time as Peanut gets himself out. Viper now looks for Chovy. He gets slowed down as now he dashes forward. Viper not able to get the extra auto onto Delight. But GenG, fresh off a Baron, not actually finding it as Viper is just playing so aggressively here. The Tidecaller's blessing as well is making things so difficult. Really enjoying.
Besides the K'Sante, there isn't that much MR. Actually doesn't have it yet. Still 200.
He does have
up.
360 stacks though.
No, I know, but like you need death cap.
Well, true. Cease and desist comes in. That is a very dead jungler, guys.
Never mind.
And that is really bad news. Kingin takes so much from the Frozen Thrall as well. As now the Cullen going to be used. Viper looking for his opportunity, but everyone moves so quickly. They are going to be able to get out of the way.
Like, it's very unfortunate. Oh, Doran.
All right, I've seen this one before. As Kingin's throwing things around. There's the flash to get out of the way of the bubble. And Viper does have to flash to escape Chovy here as Life is going to give himself up for the good of the colony. Peanut going to be clearing out control vision here towards his bottom side as they are going to utilize these lanes, try and get something done. Event Horizon now on cooldown. That could be something they can use. And yeah, with this Elder still available, they are going to at least break over the base. I mean, what's the option? What are you supposed to do against this? As he just pulls him through the wall. It's a great double bubble, but I think I know what it means, and not a whole lot, as they take down the Gnar like he was nothing, like he was a paperweight. As Life now on his fountain, and GenG, they will obliterate Hanwha Life Esports here in game number 2 and set themselves up for a very early match point in the best of 5. Did not care about that at all. They just followed their game plan and they played exceptionally well. Viper also, I mean, he did the best that he could, right? Did a lot of damage.
He tried really hard, man.
He did, but this game was about Chovy and it was about Peanut, and they just consumed the solo lanes in the jungle. Yeah, as the Jace being flexed currently between Doran and Chovy as well. The K'Sante can sort of follow him around if it would like to. It's not my favorite matchup, but does tend to nullify as, okay, that's Pantheon. So Ashe Pantheon bottom lane?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So it's Viari.
And it's Delight as well. So going to be going towards something that is going to allow Peanut to dive early, in theory. I guess. Kind of fun. 1 and 2, and we'll see whether Hanwha Life Esports can utilize that to grab their first win here. Let's jump onto the Rift. I don't like it. I think Grand Skyfall is too cool, so I just still say it. So I'll probably say that by accident when the ult comes through. I do know that it's Grand Starfall.
Yeah, we talked about this on the desk like yesterday. But then here they were denied the crash again.
Hook is going to connect, but the shield goes up. And yeah, Spartan pretty good at the good old defensive play here.
Yeah, that's one thing I was kind of surprised about with the Blitzcrank. Like, obviously, Hook and Ashe is amazing, but able to, very early on here, get his team a lead as...
Another Hook is going to come in. Arctic Assault comes down as well. The Delight lit on fire and will be destroyed. Hanwha grabbed themselves first blood as well, and I feel like this is the first time they've done anything in an early game, even remotely, proactively.
So at the very least, they'll be able to get a plate in mid as all.
All right. Viper going to get stunned up, does have to flash. Chains of Corruption goes wide. They get both Summoner spells out of this Varus in trade of just Delight's Flash and Ignite. As Q going to connect there is now an all-out being utilized here by Kingen. Doran going to get towards the safety of his turret, and I actually thought the Kingen was in range of that one, and if he was in range of the turret, he may have just straight up died. Yeah, and I actually think that like it's been more early game issues than mid game issues, right? Because they just haven't been able to play a mid game.
Sure.
This whole series, right? It's just never really been.
Oh, Delight!
As Grand Starfall going to come down here towards the bottom side. Pay's going to be able to lock down the kill onto Viper. Nicely played there. Not a lot of counterplay availability for the lone Varus. His life kind of left him on his own.
Doran.
Yeah, there's the flash. All out going to come through here. Let's see whether King can get the solo kill this time around. The answer is yes. And a flash to go along with it. They trade those ones, but you'll take it if you are Hanwha Life Esports. Clid going to move on over. And now looking for the Glacial Prison. They'll find it. There's the Hook as well. And another dead Pantheon. He dives towards the open arms of Viper, who gets his revenge.
This next Drake fight is going to be, I think, a big decision or a big difference maker as to who we think is favorites. Oh God!
Hey, in goes Delight. Yeah, unseals his fate, and Zeka is going to be able to make his way out, but that guarantees the outer turret in the mid lane. So I'm saying worth for the Pantheon. Absolutely love it. Now they're diving even further forward. Glacial Prison comes in though as Zeka. He's going to get back to his soul. Peanut survives, but at what cost? The arrow! It's going to connect. Delight is actually looking for it. What was that? Okay, never mind. Peanut is now moving towards the enemy base, and that is going to give Viper a kill. Break it down for me, Chronicler. Oh, it is just... It's a very curious thing to do. As Pay's just going to get flashed on. He's going to flash over the wall, but that is going to set up the hook because that knock-up is still going through. Winter's Wrath going to come down. The Unbound Soul is something that Zeka actually found annoying in that situation because he wanted to stay in. So the rest of GenG are going to close in. They will be able to defend their outer turret for now. But Hanwha should be able to collect Shirley here, take her for a walk wherever they'd like to go. As life waddling towards
They've been waiting
dark.
really long for this. Should get the kill here.
Yep, there they go. The arrow going to connect as well, as Kingan's going to flash in. All right, that is Peanut just avoiding all of the CC. Really beautifully done as Delight. He's going to go down as well, and that is a double for Viper. And yes, they were waiting there for a long time, but they did not get the reward that they were looking for.
Lethality Varus is... Oh, Doran, he doesn't have flash.
All right, can he escape it this time around? Zeka says no. He's just going to land the ultimate. Viper's going to come through and says, that was all mine. Well, that ward didn't actually spot them out, as all of GenG are looking to catch out Life. They will be able to do it. And that is Chovy grabbing that kill. Peanut's flashing towards Viper. The arrow will immediately be cleansed. There's the cease and desist and the teleport to come back through from Doran. He'll flame the shutdown. And now GenG. I think maybe they do have the damage for Baron with an alive Jace.
And what started out is just them trying to cross-map after their bot side got blown up. Turned into 2 picks. Both the bot laners dead. Viper incredibly fed, gone. This is optimistic. They could have gone for Drake, but they're going for the Hail Mary here. It's just a flip.
They should still be able to get this one done. Zeka is the scariest part of this, but he immediately gets charmed. He's going to be exhausted. They focus him down, and now it is just tanks. Kingin, can you be the hero? He does manage to bring Delight over, but he's been a sacrificial lamb this whole time. Yeah. And now the Baron is still up and available. Chovy going to take so much damage. I mean, Klid's actually doing damage here. What? That was nuts. Winter's Wrath did a whole bunch of work. And there is the counter throw from GenG.
Oh, GenG could have gone for Drake.
The counter throw? Is it happening?
No, oh my god, Delight can ult in.
Yeah, the arrow is going to connect there as well, as life is going to go down. Chovy is also going to die.
Oh my god!
And they saved the Baron.
And Hanwha Life also should have gone for Drake.
Someone should go for Drake, for goodness sake. All right, Pays also has an arrow for getting towards this pit as well, as Arctic Assault is going to interrupt. Oh no, Chovy already out of the fight. The ult's going to come through. That is going to be both solo lanes just dead. Hanwha not giving any options to GenG around the Baron pit this time.
Perfect. And that has been where I think also one of the biggest gaps has been. Peanut has been running this series.
Now he's running away from Zeka.
No, he's not.
Sorry, he's in the death chamber. He's running.
Oh, Chovy, you can't go Banshees here, man. They have Mountain.
He's focusing on the horizon. Okay. And Zeka is focusing on killing these minions. Charm is going to frustrate him for a moment, but Hanwha, with this Baron, going to move towards all of the inhibitor turrets and also try and take themselves down a Jace. They will be able to collect him. And that should mean that this bottom inhibitor is also going to fall. It's not the worst inhibitors if you're looking to set up around an Elder and you're the enemy team. But the game may just be over, which would also be bad, because it means that you can't even flip for it. Kingin's flashing in, looking for an opportunity, maybe overextended. The all-out comes in, and the Fountain will murder the Cassante. Delight immediately dies, but of course, that's kind of what's supposed to happen, as it's a massive knock-up from Zeka. That, I think, will confirm his POG, as Peanut looks to escape out the front door, and it's not going to work. Klid flashing after Chovy, won't find the knock-up. And this is going to be the end of the game. Hanwha Life Esports come back alive in the series to bring us to at least a fourth game. If there's silver scrapes, I agree with Chronicle. I think that's when you get really worried if you're a GenG fan. But this should have been done and dusted.
None of them worked out in this game. And then once they got behind, we do know Hanwha from ahead, amazing team.
Yeah, because they just don't often get ahead.
No,
right? They need to capitalize on overly aggressive plays from their opposition generally. I am ready. Does he give it another whirl is the question. Because there are a lot of knockups. It is going to be the Lissandra consideration instead. Does kind of go against what Zeka has been good at, which makes me less excited, as Gragas for Zeka, so that's still melee, and they are going to take away the Gnar. So Gragas should be able to survive at least into LeBlanc. We'll see whether they can take the rest of them here and move us towards Silver Scrapes. Let's get on to the Rift for game number 4. Well, I mean, I'd almost counter that, and I got a weird reason for it, right?
Hit me.
I feel like the reason Hanwha won game 3 was because GenG had too much agency and used too much of it.
In challengers this split.
I have. They have been pretty. They've been pretty quid. They've been.
Yeah, they haven't been that great because they're missing specifically this player Peanut now on the top half of the map.
Yeah, Kingin trying to charge up that Gnar bar as the all-out does come through. There's the hop from Kingin. Klid's going to turn up, and it's a disaster for GenG. Or is it? Let's see what they can do. There's the Gnar into the wall. The wallop's going to come down to follow it up. Peanut should be dying as Doran's actually kind of popping off. Klid's going to need to find the permafrost, and he does. Peanut's the one to escape. Klid throws out the happy bee. And oh man, look at you. What? How are your hands? And I think a lot will hinge on how Delight is able to orchestrate the beginning of a lot of these plays. As he flash plays to look for Viper. There is the Featherstorm that they will collect.
It's tough as, oh no.
Just going to wander into a hook here. Nice play there from Delight as well, as Life going to be told to cease trying to escape. And he will, as that is the Life that we saw first couple of games. A little bit unfortunate there, as that is 4th turret collected Let's have a look at this. Look at how relaxed he is as well.
And then gets to cancel the grand entrance.
Really clean. Are you being a bit stubborn about that?
Well, I'm being a bit stubborn about it right now, but I feel like that doesn't apply to me as an individual.
That's what a stubborn person would say, just so you know.
Oh yeah, I walked right into that one. As Pace is going to get a bunch more plates.
He's going to do it again.
He's just on a diet of plates only.
When he does his grocery shopping, he goes to IKEA, man. That's what happens.
Oh, Peanuts in the pit.
Yeah. He's going to have to flash to get out of the pit.
Oh, Delight.
Yeah, Hook is going to connect. Not a lot to get from it as Peanuts back in once again. All right, that's a flash forward. Don't know about that one. Cease and desist comes through as Peanut will go down. And now the Lantern can be taken by Doran. Chovy dives on in, trying to get some poke damage down as we even out the Dragons. Oh, Orcs, what have you done? Actually just the least valuable Drakes.
Oh, Clit and Kingan.
All right, they're looking for it. Glacial Prison comes down. The Grand Entrance going to be flayed very nicely, and the Hook comes through, but the Wallop is going to connect onto Peanut. And there's not a whole lot that GenG can do about it. Great pick from Hanwha, who found another one here in this mid-game despite the gold deficit.
And that's big, but at the same time, they did invest 2 flashes to kill... Well, if they get Doran as well for free, then it's a great trade.
Well, it might be for a few boomerangs as Doran is going to get hypered once again. There's a flash forward from Clid as they get a teleport as Zeka is coming into the mid lane as they know what they want. And it's not Zeka to be hooked as Cask comes on through and Zeka is dead. Paze is going to be able to lock that one down as Viper starting to pop off in the fight as well. Collects himself 1 kill, but now has to try and navigate 4 people. It's not going to work out as Clid is also going to go down. And GenG fighting around Paze, looking so much better.
Oh, Viper is trying so hard, man! On the enemy team, as GenG is just going to get an inner.
Well, they're going to look for it. They might also get a king in, as they don't, but they do get the inner, like you were talking about. Zeka going to complete his Seraph's Embrace, but that means that he's not here to help defend. Peanut looking to move back towards the Baron once again. They're kind of bleeding Hanwha Life Esports out of any resources right now.
It's LeBlanc with Banshees, right? It's so hard to collapse on the try, though.
Yeah, and Clid throwing an ultimate to Narnia is not really going to get it done. Cease and desist coming through here as Gragas trying to keep himself alive as Paze just going to destroy him. Kingan not going to offer too much back there as we get a zoom, optimistic zoom there from Jonas Strong, but we still get a zoom anyway as the Hook is going to go moderately wide. As Nah comes through, connects onto the Cassante, as Doran is just not exactly too worried about a turret, and in fact, just bring him over, predicts it, as he can walk through the base gate, but still, Pace just does so much damage. Presses Q with that Infernum and feels real good about it, and now the inhibitor turret is going to be taken down. Hanwha, you're going to have to try and look for a fight at some point, and needs to be while you have players that are alive. And if they can establish themselves, there is a possibility something could happen, but this is a haymaker.
It's a Hail Mary, all or nothing here.
Yeah, Chovy still has that Banshees as Moonlight Vigil connects. Are they tanking enough? Pace just dives forward. He's burning down, and Viper will secure the kill. It's a zoning Gnar ultimate, and Viper is now dead. Great knockups are going to come in, but Chovy is still alive, and no one is touching him. He can just do whatever he wants. Life is hiding as best he can. It's a horror movie for this Rakan as Chovy is just walking past him. He'll connect the chains and goodbye life. He says, oh, I missed you, buddy, from last year, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put you in the death chamber for a while I win this game.
And that is going to be it here. GenG, yeah, they dropped game number 3, but game number 4, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Completely decimating Hanwha Life here in this final game, Atlas.
Obliteration once again, and this time it was back to how they won the first 2 games, and that was with a better game plan. As Viper going to be taken out, he does take Delight with him, and this is not the end for Hanwha Life Esports. They will be now down in the lower bracket to face off against KT next week. No, I don't think so, especially with what we saw. KT is, oh man. Yeah, Zeka really not having a great one in this final game, but Chovy, massive damage. He was your POG, right?
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the post-game interview translation. You're here joined by GenG after their win against Hanwha Life Esports. Please welcome Doran, Peanut, Chobi, Paige, and Delight. Congratulations on the win.
네, 먼저 도란 선수와 인터뷰 나눠보겠습니다. 네, 도란 선수
Doran,
3대1로 승리를 하셨습니다.
how do you feel about 3-1 victory, advancing to the third round of the playoffs, the upper bracket? Well, top lane was a little bit rough today, but my teammates did a fantastic job. Even we got a bit of a clean win, so it feels amazing.
가져가게 되셨습니다. 오늘 상대는요.
And you were playing up against King, the big game hunter. What did you prepare in order to go up against such a clutch player? So I looked into the top lane matchup. You know, I wanted to really pay a lot of attention to the champion matchups, and also after the pick and ban, I just did my best with the given situation. And Doran, throughout today's series, you were actually blind picking top lane for most of the times. Were you not pressured going into a potential counter matchup? I was during the pick and ban, but after it was over, not really. And everything was looking pretty decent, so I was actually having a very comfortable time in the laning phase. Now, your lane opponent will be Zeus, waiting for you in the upper bracket. What is your mindset for the top lane matchup? We lost to them every single time in the regular season, so I really want to get my revenge. Now, let's hear from Peanut. You guys did drop a game, but still you guys were able to get a very solid win over Hanwha Life. What was the key to this victory? To put it simple, I think we prepped better than them, and also we played better, and our performance was stronger. I think we were on a better condition today, you know, feeling a lot better than Hanwha Life, so we were able to get the win today. Score also mentioned that you guys were having a good scrim result. Were you having some good feelings about this outcome today too? Yeah, I mean, our scrim did go pretty well. I think we were actually started to have kind of uprise momentum starting from the second round of the regular season. And then as we had some good results in scrims, we were able to, you know, be confident. Especially GenG kind of showed off how strong you guys are on the top side of the map. How are your teamwork with top laner and your mid laner? I think, yeah, we kind of outclassed them today, for sure. And we got lucky. But I'm not saying we wrecked them. I just think we got lucky. And now it's a rematch between T1 and GenG. Any message over to the T1 players or the team? So in the first round of the regular season, we got 2-0, and then in the second round, it was 2-1 loss, actually. We were starting off the new season with a new roster, so I think this is our time to become even stronger and put up a great fight up against T1, so we will do our best against them. Chobi, congratulations on the win. How do you feel advancing to the upper bracket? Well, to be honest, I'm happy with how we played today. So my main focus is our performance rather than the fact that we actually advanced to the upper bracket. So T1 picked KT Roaster as their opponent, so you guys got to play up against Hanwha Life. So what did you think about this matchup, and what was your main goal or your plan going up against Hanwha Life? Well, nothing special came to my mind after the matchup was decided, and watching yesterday's series, I was like, both teams actually look really strong. Chobi, you are also able to pop off today with even improved performance. The Chavi, Kaola from Huni happened so many times today. How was playing up against Zeka today? We had a lot of actually matchups previously in the regular season as well. We know very well about each other. I think I prepped a little bit better than him, and it worked well.
이제 또 승자조 경기를 준비하실 텐데요. T1을 상대로
Then what are you gonna focus on going up against T1 in the upper bracket in terms of preparation? I think T1, obviously they are a very strong team, and also their players are really talented, and I think Faker is the centerpiece, so I really have to work hard in order to put up a great fight into them.
페이지 선수 데뷔 시즌에
Paige,
올 LCK 서드
you were awarded for the All LCK third team on your debut season. How do you feel? I was not expecting that, you know? And then I was so surprised and happy.
기대를 안 했는데 받았으니까 더 기쁘셨죠. 페이지 선수가
Paige, this is your first ever LCK playoffs, and it was a great start to your career. How was your first best of 5 series in the LCK? How did it go? We were playing at Lowell Park, so it was same as usual.
자신감 있는 모습 좋습니다.
Paige not feeling any stage jitter, playing the playoffs in the LCK for the first time, and people call you GenG as the big game hunter. And you guys are now advancing to the upper bracket. Do you think you get even stronger on stage? Well, we only played one best of 5, so we'll have to wait and see.
얼마나 멋진 모습 보여주실지 저희가 지켜보도록 하겠습니다.
And Paige, I think Zeri has become one of your signature picks, and you blind picked Zeri in game number 1, and also Hanwha Life decided to remove that away from you. Did you think that Zeri would become the core of the bottom lane pick and ban? Well, yeah, apparently I'm pretty confident in Zeri, and also Viper is also good at Zeri too. So we just decided to both just ban Zeri when we get the chance. Then what do you want to prove on the upper bracket up against T1? I think bot lane will definitely become the key matchup, so I hope we can showcase that we can actually win lane up against T1's bottom duo.
자, 이어서 딜라이트 선수와 인터뷰 나눠보겠습니다. 딜라이트 선수, 이변의 주인공이었던 하나생명
Delight, were you expecting this much of a clean win up against Hanwha Life, who just made an upset? I believe every team playing at playoffs, so like we never know what's gonna happen, to be honest. And we had Pantheon support in game 3. Was that something you guys prepared for playoffs? Yeah, we were practicing it, and we wanted to try out today. How was it? How did it turn out? I don't know. I think it's good, and then I think it's bad. Would you play it one more time? I mean, if we get a chance, maybe. It's pretty viable. Next time, maybe we'll be able to see Pantheon getting a win from Delight. And these days, Paige and Delight bottom duo are just ramping up, and you want a POG on Thresh as well. Do you feel the same? Yeah, I think we improved a lot by playing together for about a season now. Our teamwork is getting there, and if we keep up the good work, we'll be able to become even stronger. Now you're gonna fight up against T1 for your ticket to the finals. We lost to them twice in the regular season, so this time around, I wish we can get the win. Peanut, before we go, any last message over to all the fans out there? Thanks to your support, we were able to showcase a great performance today and also get a win. Thank you so much for coming today. It really helped us a lot. I really appreciate it. I wish to see you guys again in the next and potential the next series as well. And this will be the end of the interview from the GenG players after their win up against Hanwha Life Esports. And I'm going to pass it back to Valdez, Ox, and Wolf. Thank you.